Cool. All right. We're live. Yeah, and already getting some prayer requests in here. Um, yeah, because some folks that have got some friends that are having a difficult time, and Kid Fox has friends that are about to start in vitro treatments.
Wow.
Yeah, to try and
I know what
get
those are for.
right. Well, so awesome. What we are here, and hopefully the camera can pick this up. But Sobek is wearing or displaying colors for Ukraine. I happen to have just the right colors ribbon, so we're definitely going to be including them in our prayers this evening.
If I may be so bold,
Hmm.
I would like to include the folks in Ukraine,
Mm-hmm.
and I would also like to include those brave Russians who are standing up for the right thing.
Yeah.
One of the things we have to remember, people, is this is a government decision,
Yeah.
not citizen decisions. There are plenty of Russians with family in the Ukraine, and they don't want this either.
And another thing I need to point out is there are Kemetic pagans in Russia, and I know one of them. Her first name is Tatiana. I'm not going to mention anything, beyond that because, I would not want them to get into any kind of trouble. But they've always been, really cool, and we even talked on Facebook about different things because she's about my age, and we talked about like, they heard about it when Challenger blew up, when she was a kid, and they felt sorry for us, in spite of everything, the tensions, even at that point, they were, the ordinary people there were, a lot more cool with us than,
Yeah, I
that.
suspect if we, could sit down as people,
Mhm.
politics would rarely come up. It's probably what do you like, what do you love, what do you want to see for yourself and your children,
Right.
and I bet you we have more in common than not.
Right. And again, some folks are like I said, they're Kemetic pagans in Russia right now, and they've been cut off from the rest of the world. So I'm going to include prayers for them too, because over here we worry about going to Facebook jail. They're worried about jail. So
Yeah.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, Tatiana actually is the one that got us the stones in Karnak.
Yes, she did. She went to Karnak. She got where's it? There's a yeah, hang on, here it is. Yeah, this stone. This is a stone from Karnak, Egypt. And Tatiana sent it, to me through the mail, in exchange for one of my books, which had some rituals in it. She was going to translate them into Russian for, her friends.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we have common ties, and that's something that we will keep in our mind, as we go forward. But and at the same time, there's always stuff going on over here. People, trying to get over being sick. People losing loved ones, people trying to start families. So, let's see if we can, help make the world a little bit better, even if it's just for our service. And I see. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And Daniel had a cousin who just died of stage 4 cancer, and her wake is tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've been there.
Yeah.
Daniel, I have been where you are.
Mhm.
All my love and prayers.
Mm-hmm. So this evening, of course, we're going to be Sobek, and there yesterday was a feast of Khepri, which is a manifestation of Ra. And so that's why we have our scarab beetle right here. And of course, Khepri or Khepri, the name means to become, to change. There are certain books that translate it as to evolve, and so Khepri is the evolver. Might we suggest it could also mean transformer? Yeah. So, yeah.
What's really in the pyramids? Come on, man. You know it.
Well, hey, just think of it this way: Khepri is more than meets the eye.
That's right.
So, on that note, these cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. This technique purifies me. Hail unto you, Inanna. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands, our purity is within our hearts. We cast out all evil that pertains to us. We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure.
That is cold tonight.
See if there's any.
Hey,
I told you I'd flick you with a pine cone.
hey. That ain't fair, man.
Incidentally, you couldn't see this, but if you take a pine cone and you soak it in water, it closes up just like this, and it still holds water, so you can flick it on people. And in Sumerian and Babylonian practice, that's what they would asperge you with, is a pine cone. So, when I threatened to flick him with a pine cone, but I've done it already, so we're done.
She didn't threaten me. She abused
Oh, Darren, cut
me.
it out. I know there's going forth in joy and enjoying yourself as a child, but I don't know what that would be.
Don't judge me.
Okay. I will use this one. There we go. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who's watching right now, everyone who will be tuning in. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
You arise in the Akhet as Khepri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, Khepri. Hail and praise unto you, O Sobek, O Ishtar, you Necheru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. What do you know to do? These waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk that comes from the great flood, Helyanechidu, that you may be purified with it. Here we go. And I'm going to try something cool here. There we go. We bring you incense. We bring you incense, great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Yunuchidu. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. And there's a little bit of symbolism here in what I'm offering, because these are two peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Well, okay, technically they're walnut butter, but we're getting fancy here. But this was a bit of inspiration because we were talking about Wally and about people are, you know, mine and Darren's grandparents' generation. For some of you, it would be great-grandparents. And especially because of what's going on right now, we're thinking back to the people that lived through World War II and after coming out of the Depression. And it seems like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches were, you know, they lived on that. You know, it was a quick meal when during the Depression, it was a taste of home for soldiers fighting in World War II. And my paternal grandfather was a teenager and would bring peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to the German POWs that had been captured and were being held here in the United States, not far from, you know, the place where he grew up. And some of those German POWs, when they got to try things like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, they never had that before, and they decided they liked America so much, they never left. They moved here. And so peanut butter and jelly sandwiches have become, it's like it was a flavor of home, of strength, peace, all these good things. So that's what we're offering tonight. And because for many of us, spring is on its way, if not here. So we will offer wine so that the gardens may prosper. Gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, Yunuchidu. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. pure. Pure is Ra Haraketi within his house. And in his name of Khepri within his house. Pure is Sobek within his house. And Ishtar, Inanna, within her house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods, this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Haraketi, for Sobek, for Ishtar. In every place there immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Haraketi. Come to your body, O Khepri. Come to your body, O Sobek, O Ishtar. Come to your bodies, O Yunuchidu. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people. Oops, there we go. Raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, for Khepri, for Sobek, before Ishtar. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them as it has since the first time. There we go. O Ra Haraketi, and your son, the Osir Nisun Nebkepru Ra, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. All right. Do something a little different. Because I realized I need a light over here. So we'll inaugurate this one. This is actually a Ramadan lamp that I picked up at the Middle Eastern grocery because it's getting to be that time of year. But we will light it.
Yeah, I hear that mower working on you. Just when you thought it was safe. There we go. Okay. For our blessed dead, may this lamp be the eye of Horus and light their way in Dua. And we bring you these cool waters from the table of Osiris, that your hearts may be refreshed. So now, in front of the camera. Horkeru ta henket kakao abdu senachimmerha kutnabet nofret wabet anket nachrim and kawan akupunibu maacherunibu hiranachra. Voice offering of bread, beer,
1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great god. I think I know what I was talking about, Argiana. We come unto you, O Ra, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your Ka shall live. Surely your need has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. Your need says unto you, your word is law eternally. This Fet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti. We may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. Tell you what, I have something over here. I'll check and see. Well, howdy, everybody. Oh my goodness, somebody was saying there was a 77-year-old woman who survived the Nazi invasion and was jailed for protesting in Russia. Oh my goodness, I hope she makes it through and sees a free Russia. But oh yeah. I think yes. Happy birthday to one of our ducks. Her hatch date is March 4th. I thought about trying to bring her in here, but she's a little messy. Otherwise, you know, she might leave us. Huh?
Happy birthday to her.
Yeah, and Indiana's birthday is at the end of April, and if at that point she will be 10 years old. So yes, ducks. If you take care of them, ducks can live to be a similar age to a dog or a cat. So may they have as many returns as they can manage. But yes, ducks are by definition missing. Yeah. But and I see a question: are the prayers offerings taken directly from Egyptian writings, or do you create them yourself? And Daniel's got a pet duck named Daisy. That's wonderful. But in answer to your question, what we do, the things that I read are taken from ancient hymns and stuff like that. And I might, in some cases, like we don't have full hymns to a lot of deities, so I've done things like taken titles and things and kind of put them together to make something. So it's drawing from ancient sources, but we kind of synthesize it a little bit, which was probably done in ancient times more often than people realize. But yeah, that's where we get our stuff from. And I was actually
you're playing epithets and stuff wherever you could find them.
Yeah. Here we go. And Now, Ra actually has a lot. And so what I'm going to read here is something that's a hymn to the sunrise, since, his manifestation at dawn was Khepri. So, come on, bud. We'll start with that. And even though it's dark where we are here, somewhere in the world, and actually it's probably right around sunup in Egypt right now. So, praising Ra and his rising in the eastern horizon of the sky. Hail unto you, rising in your sacred land, light that has dawned in the east of the sky, great of esteem in the great shrine. O Ra, may you hear me. O Ra, come forth. For I have read the 77 books on the place of the daily slaughter of a prophet. His ba is given to the fire, his corpse to the flame, his hika to the eye of Horus, so that he ceases to exist and is not remembered. What is due, O prophet, is accomplished in daily battle. I make you triumph in your rising. Come unto me, Ra Haraketi. Make me triumph over my enemies. When you have driven off the Kaitiu, as you have, the spirits and the male and female dead, the malevolent dead. Make me to join the council of Osiris Unnefer. May your beautiful face be gracious to me. And it was asked that we say some prayers to Sobek. One of our palaces just having a rough time right now, and just feeling depressed. And I know a lot of people are feeling depressed. And so we ask for Ra to shine a little light on them, and Sobek to give them strength. Hail of Sobek, great god, lord of Tashe, great male who came from noon, green, white of teeth and green of scales, keen of face and raised of brow, lord of strength and virility, raging one who drives away evil. You are lord of the Nile, who makes the two banks green, lord of the winding waterway in the sky, and your carnelian temple in the mountain of Baku. Hang on a minute.
I'm sorry.
All right. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to read our prayer to Jehuti. May he watch over our friends who are in hiding, our friends that are not in safe places right now. May he guide them and see them through. Hail and praise unto you, O Jehuti, thrice great God, the son of Ra, Lord of Khemnu, wise one in Unu. You report to Ra every morning. Messenger of humankind, you know people by their speech and judge them by their deeds. Those true of voice before Osiris, their names are in your list. The Aeneid gives you praise as you guide the bark of millions, as you cast out the evil one, as you change strife into peace. You know all secrets, all books, all deeds, the fleeting moment, the hour of night. No report to Ra is forgotten. Your words endure for eternity. Friend of the people, wise and impartial, great God, Lord of Ma'at. And incidentally, this one is it's adapted a little bit, but it's from a statue of Horemheb that had this, prayer to Jehuti inscribed on it. And so if you go and you find Miriam Lichtheim's, I think it's volume 2, New Kingdom literature. It's in there. And, it's not identical. We had to condense a couple of things, but you'll recognize it. So, that's where it comes from. But we're also honoring Ishtar, who, of course, was known to the Egyptians. She was one of their neighbors. But because she is a goddess of love and of war, and those that have friends that are trying to get pregnant, we ask her to give them a hand with that. That's also one of her specialties. But hang on a second, sweetie. There's lots of literature for her, but this one in particular, we're asking her to be with the people of Ukraine as they fight to defend their homes and their loved ones. War was called the Dance of Inanna, and so, and being Ishtar, so she's out there doing a number right now. We implore you, Lady of Ladies, Goddess of Goddesses, Ishtar, Queen of all the inhabited world, who governs the peoples. You are powerful, you are Queen, exalted is your name. You are the luminary of heaven and earth, the valiant daughter of the moon, who brandishes weapons, who prepares for battle, who gathers to herself all rights, who dons the lordly tiara. O mistress, splendid is your greatness, exalted over all the gods. O you of the war cry, who can make harmonious brothers set at one another, yet who can always grant a comrade. Strong one, mistress of the tilt, who gores mountains, whose armor is combat, clothed in chilling fear. You render final judgment and decision, the command for heaven and the underworld. Chapels, sanctuaries, altars, and daises are attentive to you. Where is not your name? Where are not your rights? Humankind extols your awe-inspiring name. You are the great one, the exalted one. You're the one who renders verdicts for subjects and for people in truth and justice. You look upon the oppressed and abused and always set them right. Have mercy, mistress of heaven and earth, shepherdess of the human race. Have mercy, mistress of holy Eanna, the pure treasury. Have mercy, mistress whose feet weary not, whose legs are strong to run. Have mercy, mistress of combat and of every melee. Okay. And if anyone has some other requests, I will check those and we will add those. Come on, Bill.
As before, I think it'd be a good idea that as a congregation, you should draw a cookie or two, whatever happens.
All righty. We can certainly do that. You okay? All of a sudden. Here. Of course, I'm afraid if I give you something warm, you're going to go back to sleep. But we'll see. There you go. Poor Darren.
Just don't pine cone him.
Did it say the magic words? Yeah, kind of, sort of, with the recon revivalism, sort of doing the Jurassic Park thing. Some groups do a little more of that than others, I think, but yeah. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, that
was kind of an interesting thing. That where on earth did you get that? Got a weird keyboard. I thought would be ironic. It says, "I'll say all the magic words I want." Okay. Yeah. So okay. So Amun and Hathor, and let's see, Isis, and and Mahes. So, all right. Well, we'll
Get Mahes down. Yeah. Oh, good. So it's not dead yet. There we go.
Hail and praise unto you, O raging lion, the scarlet lord, flashing and thundering God, Lord of darkness and winds, one who acts swiftly, great God who listens, most glorious Mahes, O son of mighty Sekhmet, protect us from every evil. Lord of slaughter, protect those who are innocent. Hear our prayers and defend us as you defend Ra from his wicked foes. Hear the prayers of those in Ukraine and defend them as you defend Ra. Protect the innocent and give those who fight for their homeland strength. Our most glorious Mahes. And to Amun, Lord of the silent, who comes at the voice of the poor and the oppressed. When people call upon you, you come from afar. May you lend your ear and lend your strong arm to those who are in need. And to Aset. Let's see. I happen to have it open where Hathor as well. But you know what? Do I happen to have? Because I have a candle. Oh, I know where it is. I know what happened. Okay, it's here because I actually need to expand my collection of stuff for Hathor, but I think something a little bit shorter would work better here. Hail, O golden lady, beloved daughter of Ra, mistress of dancing and joy. You shine upon all peoples. Protect us from all evil, and bless us that we may prosper. As the eye of Ra, may you protect what is right. And may you protect those that are trying to protect each other. You know, all those mothers with children that are trying to flee for safety, that are trying to look over their loved ones as best they can. Be with them and be the arms that hold them as they hold their children. And that's also something that Aset knows about.
And protect the fathers, brothers, and sons.
Yes.
They were in this fight.
Yeah. All those that stay behind to try to protect the path for those that are fleeing and trying to make sure that they have something to come home to. Let's see. Because sometimes you end up having to come up with something new because it's like, well, this is a pretty unique situation that we're all in. To Aset, she is the one who pours out the inundation, which makes all people live and green plants grow, who provides sacred offerings for the gods and voice offerings for the Ach spirits, because she is Lady of Heaven,
Her husband is lord of Duat, and her son is lord of the land. Her husband is the pure water, renewing himself at Biga at his time. She is lady of heaven, earth, and Duat, having brought them to being through what her heart conceived and her hands created. She is the Ba which is in every city, watching over her son Horus and her brother Osiris. May she watch over all of the tears of Ra, all of the people throughout the world, and bring them safety and comfort. Let's see. Okay, and I'll check and see what other requests we have. But Yamana suggested we pull something that would be a kind of a general fortune for everyone. And the cool thing with that is if there are folks that are watching this later and it's not in real time, that means we still have you covered. So this is for you too. So here we go. Oh, no way. The cookie is empty. But you know what? What do you always say, Darren, when the cookie's empty?
It's yours. You can make what you want.
Yeah. Or as that line from
Terminator. Let's make it a good one, huh?
Yeah. Well, what's that line from Terminator? No fate but what we make. So I guess that's their message for everyone in general. It may seem a little anticlimactic, but no, really, it's a good thing. So let me see. Okay. Okay, so I see Kit Fox. It's a divination. I assume you meant divination. But okay, and sarcastic and Serana. And yes, and sarcastic. The answer is not in the cookie, but within yourself, for you are a good cookie. Yes, and okay, long life for grandma and aunt. And may Mott come to light for the people of Russia. Yeah, because I see y'all have got some discussion going about what's going on over there, and yeah, there's so much that we could talk about, with that, and I don't want to, it's all worth talking about. It's just we can't kind of sidetrack ourselves with that right now, but okay, but starting with Kit Fox, and then sarcastic, and then Serana. So alrighty. Kit Fox, you got two this time. Somebody always gets a double. So here's your first one. Kit Fox, do you see difficulty behind every opportunity, or opportunity behind every difficulty? Now, here's your second one. Act as if it were impossible to fail. I think they're telling you something. whatever it is you're worried about, you might be hung up about, not sure about doing, do it. They're telling you. You know, they're asking, do you see difficulty behind every opportunity or opportunity behind every difficulty? Act as if it were impossible to fail. Have some confidence and go for it, whatever it is. You're letting yourself be intimidated. Don't be. So, okay. Next was sarcastic, and then Sarana. So,
No way.
right, but okay. Sarcastic. You got two. Someone is very talkative. All right, sarcastic. First one. Pardon is the choicest flower of victory. Now the second one. Pride is a good thing to have, but don't overdo it. Pardon is the choicest flower of victory. You may end up having, won over somebody or something, but don't rub it in. Be gracious, because it sounds like you're.
It takes strength to be gentle.
Yes.
Be fair. Hold people accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let anything slide. But don't be a jerk.
Right. So yeah, again, the two of them together. Pride is a good thing to have, but don't overdo it. Pardon is the choicest flower of victory. Of course, that also means if you're worried about some kind of situation, with something going on, it's going to come out, favorable for you. Just don't squander that good fortune by turning around and, not showing grace. So, okay, and Sarana. Yep. Sarana, a wise person cares not for what they cannot have, but for what they can. A wise person cares not for what they cannot have, but for what they can. So whatever it is, that if you know that that's not going to happen, don't mourn for it. Don't sweat it. Concentrate on what is actually there. Of course, what is it that Yoda said? Never his mind on where he was, or what he was doing.
Right.
He, she, or they. Okay. So let's see. So Kai Sobek, Daniel, and can I just call you Crouching Dragon? Because I see the Jakashavi HTD4 Life, aka Crouching Dragon. So, all right. Kai Sobek, Daniel, and Crouching Dragon. So, Kai Sobek. O Lord Sobek, will you watch over his grandmother and his aunt They're very important to him and very positive forces in his life, and may they be with him for as long as possible. And may you offer him some words of wisdom for this week. Oh, wow. Two of them. Kai Sobek. First one. Leaders are like eagles. They don't flock. You find them one at a time. Second one. Your life will become more and more of an adventure. You've got some good opportunities coming your way. This is, leaders are like eagles. They don't flock. You find them one at a time. Your life will become more and more of an adventure. I think you might have some leadership opportunities if you just, don't be shy. Don't worry about, if you're the only person doing something, as long as you know it's the right thing to do, that's more important. Following your heart and following, what the gods guide you on is more important than, am I part of a group?
One of the worst things you can ever do is go, would everybody approve?
Right.
Because, they say, 10,000 people that like something can't be wrong. Yes, they can.
Right. Well, what we were saying about Russia.
Yes. Yes, they can.
Right.
And you know what? I'm going to say this. Mm-hmm. The older you get, you will find that you may be the only one that thinks the way you do in a situation. Mm-hmm. It does not mean you are wrong.
Right.
You might be right.
Yeah, you just follow your heart.
You might be the only one.
Yeah. Today.
Yeah, today.
So there you go. So okay, so Kai Sobek and then Daniel and then Crouching Dragon. All right, Daniel. There we go. Daniel, don't be fooled by first impressions. Now that can mean a lot of things, but I get the sense that one thing it may mean is don't write something off as hopeless just yet. Don't read initial signs of discouragement as a complete negative.
Right, and also beware that new people always put the face they want you to believe forward first.
Yeah.
Remember, relationships are like this. There's guys and girls that can put together their best face and be their best person for 6 months, 8 months, maybe even a year or two. Mm-hmm. And then they go, well, I figure we've been together long enough. You could see the real me, which means they were faking it the whole time.
Right.
Be careful.
Yeah, so don't be fooled by first impressions.
Trust your gut.
Yeah. Okay, and Crouching Dragon.
If it says beware of hidden tigers, I'm going to die.
I thought that was Crouching Tiger and Hidden Dragon, so it's kind of
either
backwards.
Way.
But either way, I get it. But Crouching Dragon. And it says,
live out of your imagination instead of out of your memory.
Live in the past, you should not.
Right. Concern yourself with what's possible, not with what's already been. And that may mean that you're thinking, oh, well, it never worked before, or oh, something always, went bad. It may not this time. Live out of your imagination instead of out of your memory.
Possibility
Yeah.
always leads to better things.
Yeah.
No one ever prospered thinking about what was. No one.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. Kai Seven was saying, I've been feeling really lonely lately and very lost, and that's their way of saying don't worry about that.
Kai Sobek, honey, we've all been feeling that way. We're all together. We're not lost. We're just meant to be here.
Okay, so Oracle, Aureax, like a divination.
They've already gotten their own. They know it. They're an oracle.
Well, okay. The second part of the name is Aureax. So, okay, and Blue Conlon. All right. Yeah. All right. So Aureax and Celery and Blue Conlon. Okay. So Oracle, Aureax. I think Aureax. I suppose it could be Oriax, but
we get to mingle your name as we like in the name of goodness and purity.
Well, no, if you have a way to correct it on text, that's fine. Because I mean, for a long time I was reading a name Lego Van Guyvid, and it's Lego Fan Guy Vid. But when you string it together, well, I thought it was fun, and
he came up with his internet persona on an edible. I'm pretty sure.
No, Lego Fan Guy. But
yeah,
it's just without the context. It's like that meme that I have context. It's always better without it.
Yes.
Of course, the picture that goes with it is something from Pokemon, and just you have to see it. But okay. So anyway, Oracle. You cannot love life until you live the life you love.
Well, if somebody can make a large deposit in my bank account, I will show them what that's like.
Well, this don't live your life counter to your values. That's
right.
going to make you unhappy. There may be some decision that you need to make, about something. Think about what's really important to you, what really matters most to you, and just make your decisions based on that. Because you cannot love life until you live the life you love. And as sometimes you think you're doing something and, it might be working for a while, but, you might wake up one day and go, you know what? This isn't really me. Or, like what I've had to do recently is think about, okay, yeah, there are lots of things that I'm good at, but if I had to pick one, what's the highest priority? What would I do even if I didn't get paid doing it? Sometimes you have to ask that. Hopefully, it's not an issue for you, but hopefully that helps. You cannot love life until you live the life you love. So Oracle, then Celery, and you specifically asked for one from Nehmetawai. Now, Nehmetawai, that is another lioness goddess, and her name means she takes back what was, or she restores what was taken.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and
In one local tradition, she was Jehuti's wife. So we asked her if she would offer some wisdom for celery. And by the way, we hope you've been doing well. Hope classes have been doing well. And that was interesting. Okay, you got a treat here. Because, all right, and sorry guys, I hate to do this, but I gotta like kind of crunch the cookies down a little bit. 2 cookies in 1 bag. So hopefully that's a sign of
Twins.
good luck right there. So the first one. Present your best ideas today to an eager and welcoming audience. And the second one. Happiness is around the next corner. Wealth down the street.
I'm coming over.
Happiness is around the next corner. Wealth down the street. Present your best ideas today to an eager and welcoming audience.
That's pretty clear, man.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of positive encouragement here tonight. A lot of what I would consider them saying, trust your talents, trust
yourself. Trust what they gave you.
Go with those dreams. Go with those gifts.
Yeah. Or trust what they gave you. Okay. And yes, Blue Conlon. And then Sarah. Let's see. Okay. I'll read Blue Conlon's and then Sarah's. Blue Conlon. The change you started already, or I guess is already having far-reaching effects. Be ready. There you go. Blue Conlon, the change you started is already having far-reaching effects. Be ready. And for Sarah. Sarah, your persistence and diligence are appreciated by all. I know we talked about some things like, I guess it was a month or so ago by now, but hopefully that means some things are doing better. But yes, as your diligence and your persistence, they're definitely being appreciated. Maybe it doesn't seem like it right now, but just hang in there. Let me see.
Alrighty, and let's see. Devin. Oh, okay, and so haha. Okay, yeah, and yes, the crouching dragon is a joke on the fact that the tiger is my animal, but it's hidden.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oriax. So Oriax is correct. So Oriax, cool. And so I've had it right already. She's our YouTube name. Oh, and Sellers' classes have been great. I got accepted into my second year program. I'm doing great. That's awesome.
Yay.
Let's see. Okay. All right, and Daniel says, forgot to mention, please pray for a new job. There's one I would love to get. Awesome. Well, definitely. And okay, call me hubby. So I am Bast hubby. Oh, wait a minute. I know I've seen you around somewhere. It's just you happen to that's your online handle. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, Saran says I'm struggling a little with my internship. I'm short a test client. Okay. Well.
Patience. It happens all the time. Patience.
Okay, yeah, speaking as someone who has been in internship and practicum.
Patience. Be persistent in looking. Go fishing. But the best fishermen are patient.
Alrighty, and I know that Devin had asked for a divination. I'm just checking to make sure that I didn't miss anyone else. Okay, so Devin Jackson. Alrighty.
And if anyone else has some other requests. And naturally, may you help Serrano to get a test client, and Daniel to get the good job that he's wanting, and for those that are struggling.
And just remember, Daniel, I like vintage Star Wars and Bandai models.
So when you start making them big bucks, right?
That's right.
Well. All right. Well, let's pull one for Devin. Okay. Devin, happy news is on its way to you.
Yay.
And may it also be on its way to those folks that are trying to start a family. I'd mentioned that at the beginning of service. May good news be coming their way too. And
cool. Oh yeah, no, Daniel responded with like haha signs and noted. Yeah. But
actually, you know what? I guess we're just going to have to go and see what's going on in West Virginia, because you've got a bunch of buddies on the Gun and Battle Assault game or Gun and Battle Operation game that are in West Virginia, and Daniel's in West Virginia. Yeah. So,
I don't know if I want to introduce Daniel to those people.
well, no. I'm just saying, there's like,
Yeah.
apparently, much more, many more cool people in West Virginia than you might think
Yeah.
at first glance.
Somewhere we're going to get the coal mining Gundam,
Yeah.
And it will kill you with Loretta Lynn until your ears bleed,
Here's a music joke for you. All right. I'll tell you what. Oh, wow. I always end up catching a whole bunch of cookie crumbs. I have to shake them out of my service book. Oh.
It's a delicious service every time.
Yeah. Well, for 10 points after service, we will be having what for dinner? Well,
I don't know what we're having for dinner, but I know what we're having for snack.
Right. But
And I can't wait for you to get to where we can.
okay, well. Hear us, O Ra, great Lord of Yunu, and place your arms of blessing around all of those who are joining us now. Let them rejoice in your bounty, and their hearts take joy in your kindness. Tell Neith and Ubwot to open their ways for them, and may you protect them with your strong arm of compassion. For you are the All-Lord, the Lord of Ma'at. Holy and splendid is your name. Khepri at dawn, Ra Atum at dusk, and Ra Horaketi as you rule the nine. And as you shine upon all faces, may you shine upon and bring your comfort and your protection to those people who are in harm's way right now, wherever they may be. We may not always see them, but you always do. May you protect them, and may truth, justice, Ma'at always follow. In your name. And in my. Okay. Oops. Okay. Yes. Let me go ahead and. I need to see if I can get, because I figured out what it is. Because I can approve certain users in order to post things, and it won't like automatically hide them. And I've got Yodi on here, but Oracle, I need to get you. So basically, I need to get I have to post your link in. So later I'll have to get with you and get like your. I'll tell you what. Let me see if I can do this in another video. Another window. Let's see if I can find. Let's see. Hang on just a second. See if I can find you. Okay, here we go. All right, let me try this. Just trying to see if I can do something technical here.
Yes. This brief interlude is meant to be entertaining.
Now, by the
Reminder.
3-dot menu that you get in the chat, yeah. Participants. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Okay, well, I got that because I've got your link now. Now, what I need to do is go into like the community settings and see if I can put that in. Yeah, I know. I need to do some. Okay, more roles and channels in the Discord. Okay. Okay, hover over the name should have that option. Okay, because I got the link, but okay. Yeah. How do I get to community settings from here?
No, hang on. Let me pull it up in the other one. In the other window. Go back to home. Let's see. Probably go to my channel. And then, let's see. I assume it'll be somewhere here. Settings. Community. All right. So I've got that. Hang on. Like I said, I'm just going to switch over from one window to another one.
Solving technical problems on a live broadcast is awesome.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I got it. There we go. Sorry. Okay. Now you should be able to put the link for the Discord on without it getting flagged. So there we go. Alrighty. Boom. There you go. Yes, and we'll work on getting some more moderators and some more channels and stuff. You know, come up with a list of what channels and things that you want to see that aren't there, and we'll hash it out. Remember, I'm kind of an internet geezer, and I think of things in terms of like a list on paper, and have to mentally go from that to transferring it to, okay, this is how we would plug it into, you know, an entity on the internet, you know, because all of the stuff, you know, it websites and all this stuff, they all have a map. There's a map somewhere in there, and it's just and my brain converts it to paper. That's just how it is. It's, you know, like I said, I am of that generation, and so are you. So don't say anything.
Well, at least it doesn't convert it to like clay tablet.
Yeah, that would, yeah, that would make it a little more difficult. Yeah. Okay. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Khepri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Unu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Enid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Unu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Unu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Asat in Ichiaru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nibet endures. As the name of Horus in Pei endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Khemenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Aket endures, likewise, for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Nechiru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Sobek, O Ishtar, O Nechiru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay, just in case if I didn't miss anybody.
Too bad, so sad.
Oh,
See you next week.
What's my code here?
shows teasing.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to know there's other internet geezers in here. So,
Sometime in 2008, I remember reading an internet article, and they said a geezer is defined in internet terms as anyone who was born before the Reagan administration. So
Back when I was a youngin',
yeah,
I remember
yes.
when pornography had to be stolen, smuggled, hidden.
Physical
Yes.
media, yeah. But anyway, yeah. So,
And lied about when found.
Of course, now the new vernacular is boomer.
well, and see, a bit of advice for all of you who are young enough to use that term. What you may not realize is that technically we are too, because yes, you have millennials, you have baby boomers, but there's Gen X in between, and sometimes we get called boomer when we're not. Didn't you unload on somebody?
I unload on people that call me a boomer. Look,
Yeah, because you were on the chat on.
You gotta understand. Okay, millennials, Homelanders,
or Gen Z.
Millennials, Gen Z, Gen X hates everybody, but especially boomers,
Well,
Gen Zers, and Homelanders.
No. Gen Z and Homeland. That's the Homeland generation. That's the same. And see, the thing is, it's kind of surreal to me because I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are like our kids' age.
Yeah.
Y'all could be our kids.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of an interesting thing for me. And it's like I want to like put my arms around you, and then sometimes it's like, guys, what are you doing? But that's generational angst.
But I mean, look.
If
you call an ex a boomer,
those are fighting words.
You're asking to get punched in the mouth, and that's polite.
Yeah.
That's if we want to sit you down and explain things. We're gonna punch you in the mouth first.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sarcastic thing. Back in my day, we didn't have your fancy wimpy paper sheets. We had papyrus scrolls, and they were sturdy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where's your paper gonna be in 4,000 years?
Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, the last thing that I'll say is hopefully I can get a new papyrus plant this year. I remember one of them that I had. I was on the phone with Wally, whose picture is now in our Aku shrine. But I was on the phone with Wally, and I was telling him about a papyrus plant that I got. And then, they used it to make paper back then. And he just chuckled in that wonderful timbre that he had. Just such a wonderful voice. And he just said, well, make me a note. Make some paper and make me a note. And
my thought was, you don't remember how you were there.
You didn't actually say that to him, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Well, but one of these days I'll have to make him a note on papyrus.
Yeah, but
yeah. All right, but guys, thank you so much for joining us, and hope it's been fun, and we love you, and we'll hope you stay safe and well, and come see us again next week, and let's keep our prayers for a better day, especially for folks in other parts of the world.
Onko Wii Ujai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so much love, regardless of what generation you're from.
Yes, from us pissed off Xers. All right, my phone's ringing.
Oh, it is. Hang on, I'm just typing out my messages. See you next week. Stay safe and well. All right, yeah. It's kind of cool. You see, with those of you who are also extras, a lot of the music jokes and things like that. That would be if I make those, y'all will get it faster. But yeah, you guys be safe and well, and we love you, and we will see you next week.